Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. Welcome to your reading for the month of September. We're going to also pull some cards for that full moon that just happened last night. We'll do that at the end. So we're going to kind of do a take on the Celtic cross. I'll explain it as we go along. This card right here, ooh, that's tough. This energy you find yourself in. This is energy at the root of your situation. That one's nice. Let's see. On your mind, you have the King of Swords, so you're up in your head big time. Energy, you're moving out of August from, your challenge, your opportunity, your superpower. Your superpower is your mind. First, wow. Scorpio. So this full moon that just happened in Pisces, it trines your sign. It is in your, if you're a Scorpio rising, it would be in your 5th house of fun and romance. And I think for some of you, you may be going through a breakup. Based on these cards I'm seeing here, the breakup doesn't necessarily have to be from it doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate partnership. It could be a leaving of a job or something like that. But boy, this is some tough energy. So that's the week of the 1st, the 9th, and then we have, well, that makes sense, the 10th through the 16th. What is your advice? To get grounded. Overall energy, we have the Magician. This one's peeking out here. Okay, so, wow. So, full disclosure, Scorpio, that full moon just happened like half an hour ago, so it is now 10 o'clock at night. And I just want to get this done so you have this tomorrow. And so, wow, taking Scorpio late at night is going to be a challenge for me. You guys always have a lot going on. So overall energy, this is the bonus card that came with it. It's the 8 of Swords. So this 8 of Swords here says that you're not really stuck, right? That butterfly is no longer in its cocoon. It is a matter of letting the wings dry. You're getting ready to fly free from a situation. But with that came this beautiful Magician. And the Magician says you have everything you need at your disposal. It's got this infinity sign. There's the swords. What's interesting, if you look at this, is here's the sword, but it's not looking at the thoughts, right? This is thoughts. It's not looking at that. It's got its paw on the pentacle. What does it want to manifest? It's very grounded energy there. There is the cup of emotions sitting right there, and the wands are underneath. So he's sitting on the action. The emotions are near his heart space. So this is all really excellent. He's got his paw right there on the grounding of the what do you want to manifest and create. And he's looking, though, he's looking to the past. Well, actually, he's looking to the future, the way these cards are set up. So that's really nice. I like that a lot. What's really interesting is the advice here is the King of Pentacles. It is to focus on that pentacle. It is to focus on that pentacle. So there is a situation where it's an ending of a job, a living situation, something that felt like it had legacy. So maybe you lost. What's interesting is I was just talking to a friend of mine who's a real estate agent, and she said there's a lot of foreclosures starting to happen. And so maybe you're in the position where you're losing your home. That's because that forbearance is over and there's this stuff happening. So that could be your situation. It could be a loss of a job. But here you are sitting in this 5 of Pentacles. So it is feeling out in the cold. It is feeling lost and abandoned. And here you in the past had the 10 of Pentacles. And so it's like losing half your income or half of a relationship or half of your resources. Maybe I don't pay attention to the stock market, but maybe there was a big downturn in something that you invested in, or there is some kind of a loss, and it feels pretty dramatic to you. But honestly, when I look at these cards, it almost doesn't feel like a relationship. It feels more career or financial or work oriented or some way or the other, like more 3D, but not relationship. How do I put that? Some kind of a resource, but not necessarily an emotional one. When I first saw the rose, it made me think of Beauty and the Beast, and how when the rose was falling apart underneath the bell jar, that the beast was running out of time. And so it feels like you're running out of time in some way. But when I first saw it, it looked like a broken heart. I thought it was actually cups, but it's pentacles. So here you have your the root of this, the subconscious is working on nurturing. So here we have the Queen of Pentacles, and here we have the Father of Pentacles. So the Mother and the Father of Pentacles. And so this one is, there's two different ways, right? Your subconscious is nurturing by, is taking care of the Pentacles by growing them, by nurturing and being open to receiving, right? It's like it's receiving. But this, the Father of Pentacles, is going to take some action to manifest and create something. And so there's both. There's the action that you take and being open to receiving that are at play here. And you have everything you need, right? You have everything you need, because we do have that. I'm going to tilt it down a little more. Cuts off my head a little, but I'd rather you saw the cards. Okay, so that is what is happening here. You have this king. So you have two kings here. So this is definitely the mature energy. This is thoughtful. This is paying attention to the bigger picture. We have the King of Swords here, but we have the Owl of Wisdom here. And so it's almost as though your intuition and your brain are working together, which is excellent. So in the heart space, you have a little brain, and I almost feel like the little brain in your heart space, that 40,000 brain cells, which is actually the powerhouse that drives decision making in the best possible way, is what's going on. So even though this is what you are focused on, and you are definitely focusing on that, using your intuition to guide you will be very beneficial. So in the area of what is the challenge is we have the Knight, or the Son of Swords here, and he's just like flying in. But you'll notice this one is sitting still. This one is sitting still. This one is sitting still. Your wings aren't quite dry. So if you try to fly before your wings are dry, you're going to crash and burn. Kind of like having ice on an airplane wing. The challenge, I think, is to wait a moment. Just a breath, a pause. This is a full moon that we're starting off the month with, that's going to let everything kind of, some aspect of your life is going to fall away. It's going to require, there's always the full moon in Pisces. First off, it's a full moon, but Pisces is about the sacrifices. What are we willing to give away in order to create emotional stability in our lives? In the opportunity here, we have the Page of Cups, the Daughter of Cups. This is a little swan, and the little swan is looking, it's just gliding along. So it feels like there's a new opportunity of something that is emotionally satisfying for you. There's the rainbow, the healing after the storm energy coming in. The superpower to lean into, though, is your mind. It's sharp as a tack, right? Like in Scorpio, you know this about yourself, but not everybody knows this about you. But I do. I know that you guys, you see everything. You take it all in, all the details, all the information. Your brain is constantly click, 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 running down all the different scenarios. What's the perception? How do we do it? But this is downloads and insight coming in. It is a flash of insight. You're a water sign. Intuition is very strong with you. There's a flash of insight. And I think there's clarity. Like, you know, when there's a storm and the lightning strikes in the sky, right? All of a sudden there's everything, you could see everything clearly for just a moment. You're going to see everything clearly. just a moment, maybe not out. That flash of insight is going to guide you. It's going to guide you and allow you to focus on how to manifest and create and bring in more pentacles. The action to take is to be the King of Pentacles, to remember that you are a manifester, to remember that no matter what happens to you, no matter what things outside of you happen and things shift and change, you are a co-creator with the universe, and you co-create your existence, and you have everything you need and the capability to do it. And this is a cheetah, maybe it's a jaguar, but it looks like, when I see this, I always feel like it's go the distance. You have everything you need to go the distance, but it's going to take a steady hand, a steady pace. It's going to take a alertness of knowing when to move, right? And knowing that sometimes you need to stand still and kind of get the lay of the land before you move into action. And I feel like the challenge is going to be, you want to rush in and fix some situation, and there's a need to wait. And I don't know for how long, okay? But definitely some sort of a need to wait. Because here, the first week, the 1st to 9th, we have the Ten of Swords. The situation is done. But the swords, again, this is the negative energy. This is thoughts. This is thoughts, right? And that bull there, that Taurus bull there that's there, that's that manifesting energy. So we have Uranus and Taurus right now, the downloads and the insights. But I think that this is that's that Pentacles energy. And then the second week, as we lead up to that new moon in Virgo, which would be definitely about planting seeds of intention, you have the Four of Swords. But look, there's enlightenment coming in. It is in the meditation, the pause, the breath, the resting for a moment that you receive the intuition that you need, the intuitive hit about what next step to take here. So this is this feels like some kind of a financial career downturn situation. That being said, there's so much swords energy here that I think the anxiety was a lot, and I think that that's what ends here. I think you have an awful lot of anxiety, and then I think you remember, or you get that flash of insight and you're like, wait, I know how to fix this. But it's going to be in the quiet. It's going to be through breathing your way through it that you're going to find what it is that you need. What the hell is this? Oh, it's a bear. It's a bunch of different totems. I'm going to get you another one because this is a bunch. But here, the primary thing I see a bear with antlers. So it's multiple animal totems on here. But a bear is about financial security. It's about spirit having your back. And then these antlers here that call to mind the antlers on that King of Pentacles there. And so there's a creative energy of stability coming in. But I really wanted an animal totem. I also see like a horse in that. I see a lot of different things. And that bear is like got his hands in the beehive there, and so he's just eating the honey. And so there's a lot of that. So you have, it says birds, so multiple, but then we get this one, the hawk. So birds are about, you have this bird here, their soul, divinity, it's liberation, it's creativity, it's rebirth, kind of like the phoenix rising from the ashes. But here it seems like it's about wisdom, right? It seems like about wisdom. And this is a very young looking, right, owl, and this one looks older and more mature. And so wisdom is really something that happens with age and experience, right? People shouldn't be so hard on themselves as they gain more wisdom with the years. So here we have the hawk. This is healing, vision, rebirth, and spirituality. So the hawk, they will sit. They will sit until the right moment, and then they drop down off the tree or the power line or where the heck they've been sitting around waiting, and they come in and they lift up their wings just as they land, and all you could see is their talons as they grab something. We have a lot of hawks around here. I see this all the time, and it's really the coolest thing. So it's almost like there's importance to no, the hawk is not as high up as an eagle. And so they're closer to the ground, right? They sit at about the telephone pole height. And so, and the eagles, I never see them sit there. They sit up high in a tree. So there is you have a closer view. You're closer to the ground. You can see less of the big picture, but you can see exactly what it is that you're going for here, and knowing when is the moment to strike. So this is such potent magic. The hawk is actually my spirit guide, so I'm getting some messages here, and it feels like okay. So I'll give you a couple of I'll give you a for instance. I was on campus and I would see this hawk all the time. I'd walk out and he'd be sitting on the statue, like I'd like walk right into him almost, and he was just sitting there like almost eye level, just watching everything. Well, one day I walked into the fitness building, and as I was walking in, all of a sudden this hawk swooped over my shoulder, like I could hear the wings. And he dove into, there was a snow-covered, it was kind of melty, but there was a snow-covered juniper bush or something. Anyways, he flew in there where all the little sparrows were hanging out, and the sparrows scattered, and they all came, well, almost all of them came flying out because the hawk didn't come out right away. But he waited for the right opportunity, but it was a target-rich environment is what I'm getting out of this. And it's just like I watched them sit there over the cornfields where there's all kinds of mice running around. It's a target-rich environment. And so I think that there is a need to focus on what it is that you're looking for, but there's something about multiple opportunities, some kind of a target-rich environment, right? We have multiple animal totems here, and also this one is multiple birds, right? And so there's this multiplicity of opportunity of some sort that is going on here, like lots of things. You have everything you need. You have all the tools. So I'm going to, with the mid-month, I'm going to do the last 2 weeks of the month. I'm also going to do, there's a new moon in Virgo that's happening on the 14th, and a full moon that is happening on the 29th in Aries. And so if you are going to want to see that, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload those videos. Boy, lots of birds. Oh, I love that you got this. And I'm giving away a free reading every month, but you need to comment in order to get it, because I have to be able to comment on your comment and tell you, hey, you won. So that is, so leave me a comment so that you can be in the drawing. So you have patience and enjoy the journey, right? And so right here, this owl is sitting here. And the challenge is this one that wants to take action. The opportunity is to receive by staying patient and not charging in. There is a calmness that is needed in order for you to bring it in. So you have the raven spirit, which is truth. So this is that clarity. That is this discernment that's coming through. There's a real awareness, right? This is the truth. Like all of a sudden you see it. You see whatever it is that you need to see, and then you will take action, right? The hawk. And so there is a need to pause and to wait to get the clarity. But I also want to say there is a need to pay attention and take a small action step in the right direction, right? Like move toward like drying your wings or you know, so say you lost your job. Clearly the first step would be to get that resume brushed up, right? Or if you got a foreclosure notice from your bank, you know, you need to I think you need to call a realtor. I was gonna say call your bank, but I don't know that there's some particular there's steps you can take. There's steps you can take. There's information out there. And I would highly recommend you finding somebody that knows something. And I'm not so sure the banks are so much about being on your side right now because of the mortgage rates and everything going up. A lot of people's homes are worth more to the bank if they can foreclose on them because you got a lot of equity. There's just stuff. Like, do your research, right? Get the information. Don't just, you know, pick up and move and without trying to fight for what you have. And there's stuff. You have everything you need. You just gotta have to do a little bit to find it. So there is patience for the process. That whatever's going on is not going to happen quickly. If you're playing the stock market, sometimes you just have to sit, enjoy the journey, right? You have to sit and wait for things to come back to normal, right? Something about long-term investments, if you let them sit long enough, eventually it comes back, right? Well, almost always. So stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. So there's a real need to be very present in the moment, very aware of what's going on, and to seek the information that you need, right? So here you have the water spirit, which are the cutest little river otters there. I'm going to actually read this one to you because it has action steps, and I feel like whatever is going on here, action steps are really important. Ever since those fires from Canada this summer, anytime anyone's been burning leaves around here, it really triggers my throat really bad, so that's not good news. So I don't think this is about you, although you do have truth and clarity here, but I think this is more my throat chakra as opposed to yours. So, water spirit. Okay, here we go. Your dreams can come true. However, there are a few necessary steps for this to occur. First, believe you deserve it. Know that you are worthy because you are. Act as if your dreams have already come true. So that would be the attitude of gratitude. That is about being grateful for things that you don't even know. So, like when my car had this major drop the transmission, that's pretty major situation that happened. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to manage this, but I know I will. That's what I decided. I decided not to let myself get stressed about it, which is really mature for me. And so then things started falling into place because I just decided that they would. And I didn't panic. And so my energy was that of being open to receiving guidance and support from spirit. Like I was open to receiving their protection and whatever was coming in. And I did have to take steps, and I had to make calls, and I did the stuff, right? But at the same time, I was confident that it would work out somehow or the freaking other. I had no idea how it was going to work, but it worked. So, and it was for me, it was, what do I need to do today? What do I need to do in this moment? And so that's that staying very present. So whatever this crisis is, and it feels financial of some sort, whatever this situation is, this resource crisis that you have going on, if you stay very present and you look for the next thing. So it will work out. I know it will. I just need to see what the next step is. That's this clarity, right? I just need to know what the next step is. So It also says to move your body like somebody whose desires manifested. And so that's kind of like taking a moment in the morning to give yourself a little high five, like, I got the day, even if you don't know what that means, right? Or like Zig Ziglar's to put his feet on the floor in the morning, slap his hands and go, it's a great day. And he didn't know whether or not it was going to be a great day. He declared it was going to be a great day. And then it was, right? And so these are things you can do. It says, most important, you must take action steps in the direction of your dreams. This is not a time to sit around and passively wait for things to turn out. That being said, taking action, this is the King of Pentacles. He takes action, right? But this is a recommendation to not worry about it. This is not to get caught up in the anxiety of whatever this is. This is about, I am going to have the clarity for the next thought, the next decision, the next thing I need to do, the next step I have to take. That's what these cards are saying. They're saying you just need to, and have patience with the process. It's going to take a little while. Foggy bog means that, it's slow going. And you can't really see what the next step is, and you have to carefully navigate as you're moving forward what the next step is. But there are steps, and there are opportunities, and things are coming through. And to me, the Raven Spirit, I know it says truth, but to me, the Raven Spirit is magic. And so I feel like this truth, this clarity, this insight, it's going to feel like magic. Like, oh, I know what I need to do. Like out of freaking nowhere, oh, I know what I need to do. And so I really encourage you to not let yourself get caught up in the anxiety of running all the scenarios in your head about, don't run too far down the road. Just focus on what feels like the next right step. What is the next right step? And allow yourself to glide forward, right? To glide through the situation, through your emotional waters. And come back and see me, and we'll check out and see what's going on for the rest of the month for you. Next week, we're going to do what do you need to know, and that might really be a very helpful thing because it doesn't seem like, I know this doesn't seem like there's an answer here. It feels like they're just saying that you have everything you need. You just need to take a deep breath and calmly take the next step, whatever that is in this situation. And I really enjoy your journey when it says that. That tells me that things are going to work out, I think, quicker than you think or better than you think. And so to me, there's cause for hope here. So what do you need to know is next week. Then the week after that, we'll do the mid-month. And then the third week of the month, we're going to look at all the personal planets will be moving forward, but all the outer planets are in retrograde. And so that really makes it chaotic and it slows everything down, which is why I think you need to have this patience, right? But the personal planets will be moving forward. So what are our next best steps for success? And so I think that you're kind of building on something throughout this month. So focus on, you've got a new moon coming up. This full moon is about releasing something for you. I believe it's releasing the emotional anxiety. Just let that stuff go and focus on your next step. And that page, that pentacle, new moon in Virgo, pentacle energy here. Really focus on what seeds you want to plant of intention. What do you want to do next? And let's just take the next step. Right? Scorpio, I hope this was helpful. I'm on Facebook every day. I get into the astrology over there. Be sure to leave a comment so that you can be in the drawing for the free reading. And hit the thumbs up. And if you want to watch the rest of the videos this month, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video. You guys take great care of yourselves. I really mean that. See you soon.